The operator mindset is your key to cutting out all the bullshit and becoming unstoppable. Hey folks, this is David Stephen Patterson. You probably know me as DSP, and for all you beautiful recruiters and headhunters out there, we are going to build on what we spoke about yesterday. We spoke about Arnold Schwarzenegger and his no excuses mentality towards his own success. So in day number 2 of our daily recruiter motivationals, we are going to be talking about how the operator mindset, or in other words, the mission before the man mentality, is your key to your success. Now, let's talk about the operator mindset here for a moment and where that term comes from. Now, if you've heard the term operator, if you've been around in military circles for any length of time, or if you've ever been to, let's say, a gun range and you see that guy over there with the AR-15 all decked out, tactical, and he thinks he's an operator, but probably isn't.
Tactical is making sure you train how you fight.
This is a CCW class. Why the fuck am I in full kit?
Yeah, good question, brother.
Shh, I'm the operator.
Bro, you're supposed to stop when I stop shooting.
My bad, bro. Come on.
When you're at the range, make sure you never practice the fundamentals. Those are boring and stupid. And who gives a shit about a tight shot group when you look fucking awesome? Go! Operator.
The term operator really means somebody in the special operations forces. So somebody, a Ranger, a U.S. Navy SEALs, actually came from Delta Force. Originally, they had I believe the Delta operator training course or something along those lines. But anyway, that's where the term operator came from. It's not an official term. It's more of like a colloquialism, if I'm using that word correctly. Probably not. Anyway, an operator simply is this. It's somebody who has a driving mission, and that driving mission is to get whatever his or her mission done, no matter what. Right? So man before mission just simply means if your buddy goes down or if you get injured, it doesn't matter. The mission must be accomplished. It must be accomplished, and that comes over anything in your life. It comes over everything. And so what this means in terms of, you and I in the civilian world is simply this. For most of us, we have a very hard time ever accomplishing our goals. It's part of the human condition. We always have lofty goals for ourselves. Think about New Year's Eve. You're so excited about the coming new year, and then 2020 happens. Kidding. Well, actually, I'm not. It did, and it sucked. But think about your thoughts for the new year. You're excited and you're full of hope and optimism, and maybe you set a new billing goal for yourself. And you're also going to lose those pesky 50 pounds you've been packing on the last couple of years, eating all that carrot cake late at night, or whatever you've been doing to pack on those pounds. And you set these goals for yourself, maybe to fix your relationship, maybe to finally connect with your son or your daughter, or whatever it is. And what happens? By about March, by about April, those goals go bye-bye, right? And that is typical human behavior. It's because we don't have the operator mindset. Think about it like this. Let's say you have a flight tomorrow, and your flight, for whatever god-awful reason, has been booked for 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 a.m. You are used to getting up at 6:30 a.m. and then getting ready and hitting work around 8 o'clock. What happens? What do? Do you sleep in? No. You make damn sure that you get up at, let's say, 1:30 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever that time is, enough time for you to get ready, get your bags, get to the airport, and then make sure you get there in time so you don't miss your flight. You know why? Because you need to make it happen, because it is important. If you miss your flight, well, then you're not going to know when you're going to be able to get to your destination. You're going to have to book another flight or do whatever, right? So that's an example of the operator mindset, because in that moment, you had a mission, and it was vital that you get to the airport on time and ready to go. That's the operator mindset. With that being said, however, let's say you set a goal for yourself to start waking up at, to say 4:30 or 5:30 a.m. to go work out. And what happens? You don't. And the next day, you don't. And the next day, you don't. Why? Why are you able to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to make a 3:30 flight, but you can't wake up at 4:30, 5:30 a.m. to go work out, to get your health in order? You know why? Because in that moment, making that flight was a mission, and it had to be done because the consequences for not achieving that mission, for not making that flight, were severe enough, it scared you enough that you took it seriously. What if you took that same mindset into every facet of your life? What if when you woke up in the morning, you had a mission and you had to get maybe 5, 6, 7 things done throughout the day, and no matter what, rain, snow, hail, didn't matter, rain or shine, doesn't matter, you had to get it done no matter what, because if you didn't, the consequences were severe, right? It's about having a gun to the head mentality. Think about it like this. What happens when you don't work out consistently? What happens when your health isn't in order? You may lose years off of your life. It is quite literally a matter of life or death, but you don't take it seriously. What if you started taking it seriously as a matter of life or death? Do you think a U.S. Army Ranger is not going to get up at 3:30 or 4:30 a.m. to get his butt up and get his ass out on the street, out there doing PT, making sure his body and mind are sharp and ready to go? Because if he doesn't do that, when it's time for him to go out and accomplish whatever mission he has to accomplish, he's going to put himself in harm's way. He's going to put his buddies in harm's way. He's going to put his country in harm's way. Why? Because he can't accomplish the mission. So everything in your life has to be about your mission. You need to think to yourself, what is your identity? Is your identity someone who always wakes up late? Is your identity as an operator? Is your identity as maybe someone who's an introvert? Okay, maybe you're not very good at speaking in public. Now, what if your life depended on it? What if your family's future depended on you getting over that shit and getting good at public speaking and just making it happen? Do you think for the life of your family you would put your big girl pants on, your big boy pants on, and get that shit done? Or not? Okay? That's the mentality you have. That means taking that bullshit excuse that you tell yourself, the bullshit story, that box that you put yourself in. I'm an introvert. I'm not good at sales. I'm not a numbers guy, right? I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not a morning person. There's no such thing as a morning person or not a morning person. If I made you get up at 4 a.m. every morning for a year, you become a morning person pretty damn easily. It's not that hard. But it's a story you tell yourself because you want to stay up until 11 o'clock at night, binge watching Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad on Netflix. Why? Because you have a pattern and you don't have standards of behavior. So if you want to take that operator mindset in your day-to-day life, it is important that you write out who you think you are. How do you view yourself? The boxes that you put yourself in. Write those out and then burn it. Well, don't start a fire, but do it safely. But go burn it or tear it into a million pieces or whatever. And write out what your new identity is. Now, it's not that simple, obviously, just to write out your new identity. Lord knows people have done this tons of times and they haven't gotten results. But if you simply take out a piece of paper, write down who you think you are, and throw that aside, throw it away, burn it, whatever. Write out your new self. What are your standards of behavior? Your standards. I do not get up after this time. I work on my physical body every single day. I do this, I do that. I make sure I get in 100 phone calls a day. I make sure that if I'm in a closing situation, I always go for the close. Whatever it is that you need to make happen, you need to have that ingrained in yourself as a standard. I'll give you another example. The reason why people don't achieve their financial goals is because when they have money, they take their foot off the gas. Think about your typical recruiter bangs out a $40,000, $50,000 fee. What happens? You don't see them in the office as much, do you? Because they're taking some time off. They're taking it easy, right? What happens when the same recruiter looks at their bank balance and they see their balance is dipped below, dangerously low? You know what do? They hit the phones hard, don't they? You know why? Because they are on a mission, because they're scared. They are scared. And of course, we can look at similar examples in the realm of fitness, in the realm of relationships, etc. So, here is your goal. Once you write out your standards, right, you need to look at it every single day. What I want you to do is to get in a habit of accomplishing one mission a day. Just one. Now, granted, you may need to do a lot of things in a day. That's fine, but we don't want to overload ourselves, because one of the worst things you could do is overdo it, fail, get in the habit of failure, and then of course you just give up. So we want to create a habit of success. Choose one thing tomorrow that will be your core mission, and it has to be somewhat difficult, right? It can't be something easy, all right, but one mission, and accomplish it. Accomplish that mission. And think to yourself, if you do not accomplish this mission, it is a gun to the head. Bad things will happen. Get in the habit, and then create 2 missions for yourself, and then 3 missions for yourself. And these aren't goals, these are missions, all right? That, my friends, is the operator mentality. Mission before man, meaning your mission is more important than you feeling good by sleeping in late. Very, very important, all right? So go out there, go create one mission for yourself, and make sure you accomplish that one mission tomorrow. Once you get good at that, add a second, add a third, add a fourth, etc. All right? Now, tomorrow, we're going to talk more about standards and how having standards and setting irrefutable standards for yourself is the key to achieving that operator mindset. With that said, I will see you tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Hey, thank you for watching the Thrive Daily video series for recruiters and how to pivot your business so you can survive and thrive during this recession. Make sure you subscribe, sign up at thrivedaily.io, and as always, recruiters, happy hunting.